You've worked on John Wick's poster, am I right in saying that?
Yeah, I've worked on a few things.
Diablo, John Wick.
Yeah, Mad Max is the latest one.
That's fucking nuts. That's nuts. Talk to me about these experiences.
John Wick was the first like really big one. Before it was like, I'm a big gamer, I love video games, so dream of one was to work on some sick video games. Before that was music, I'm metalhead. I love all kinds of music, but I was big into metal, and I just wanted to do art for people that I love listening to and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Did stuff for Ozzy, and then but it's interesting because all these are steps. So like when I first worked with Ozzy, it was Ozzy and Planet Rock Radio, and it was the cover of the magazine. I went mental. I'm like, this is the biggest moment in my whole life. And then I went to Download Festival, saw it on the stage. Yeah. And I was shouting in the crowd. I did it, and someone shouted, like, I don't fucking give a shit. But to me, it was so important, and like, it was an achievement. And it's key because, like you said about Canon, so that was an achievement. But like, it's cool to set yourself further achievements or see other elements as achievements. But John Wick was a great one because I was free to do what I wanted, in the sense of, the agency got in touch, and it was a very small project to start with. It was a series of like, I think it was called like, I can't remember the title, but it was an artist's interpretation of what the John Wick essence is in an art poster. So it wasn't a movie poster. It was, what do artists think and what do they create using this universe? So then I spoke to my agent. I'm like, I know what I want to do, but I can't show work in progress because it won't give the effect of what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
So then she was amazing, and she basically just told him, just give him 2 months, let him do this thing. And then I spent 2 months working on it nonstop. And again, you can't see the details on social media. The piece is over 25,000 pixels tall, is huge.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't stop, so I had to pull myself back and then just take a break and go back into it and add details and everything. And the beauty of that job was because there was no, I don't want to call it interference, but there was the client just let me do my thing how I wanted to see it, and then I showed it to them, and the only change was to change the picture of Keanu Reeves because the previous image they sent me was unapproved because of some territory or something. Yeah, which is fine because the art was ready. I just had to change a picture of him, and that was the only change. And then sent the work through, and then it just grew and grew and grew. Then it went from this small little project to Lionsgate seeing it and loving it, to became the IMAX poster, and then it became the collectible box set cover, and then it went on like the banner of Netflix and all that stuff. So that was incredible. And Diablo was another massive one in the sense of, and there was a lot of pressure on that because it was the remaster of the classic Diablo 2.
I remember that game.
So and the key art done so long ago by Brom or Bron, sorry if I'm butchering this, but it's iconic game art. And there was so much pressure on that of how do we revive this, keeping the essence of his work, but also adding my input into this. And that was a year-long project with Blizzard, in the sense because there was so many elements to do on this. And there was 4 key artworks of Mephisto, Baal, the Wanderer, and Diablo himself. And everything had to fit the heritage of Diablo, but also put my stamp on it.
Your interpretation.
There was many moments in this process where they're like, well, it doesn't look like the OG. I'm like, well, if you want it to look like the OG, why did you not just keep the OG? Yeah. So it was many, like, not challenging calls, but I had to express, in order for this to work, it needs to be like a 50-50 game. And then thankfully the creators on their side agreed and just gave me some space to create it. And then they had some very valid feedback at points, took that all in, then created that. And so that was mad to come out. And it's just, again, goes back to just seeing your work out in the public. Yeah. Because it's amazing to see it, or you see on social media, and I'm like, it's cool. I could have shared on my account, but even just book covers, you go to Waterstones and you see a book cover you've done on the shelf is mental. Yeah. There's moments where like that is even more, or seeing a picture of Keanu Reeves and he could just be like 5% of my post in the background. I'm like, oh, dude's there. Yeah. And like, he's seen the thing I did with him in it.
Yeah.
And it's just, that's like a great achievement in the commercial side of stuff. Or when people just message like, how did you do this, dude? And sometimes you can't say anything because of NDAs and you have to wait. And I can't say who or what, and I can't say anything. And then 3 months later, I will reply to that DM like, yeah, that's me. Yeah. But I can't, or like, that's why NDAs are such a pain, because I get so excited. I want to tell everyone what I'm doing. But then it could be a Hollywood film and you know what's in the film a year before it's out, so you can't say anything.
So did you get to see the John Wick before it was released? Or like, did you know what happened in it pre-release?
Maybe.
Okay.
But you have to know elements to create something. Yeah. And so, but yeah, NDAs are great, but also a pain because I get so excited. Yeah. But I haven't broken an NDA yet. Yeah.
Oh,
so
it's
I'm good.
Yeah, it's difficult though, isn't it? Like we had I by accident almost broke one. There was a watch, I don't want, is it past NDA? I'm just not going to say just out of, but there was a watch brand that supplied us a watch to film. NDA. I think it might still be NDA'd. And I took a Instagram photo of a different watch, but it was in the studio, and the other watch was in the photo in the background, like way in the background. Like I just didn't even mean it. Yeah. And all of a sudden you have people screenshotting it, zooming in, being like, what is this? And it's kind of pixelated, and you're like, well, I can probably get away with it, but now everybody has it and it's leaked to the public, and now that watch
brand CSI enhance.
Yeah, exactly. Now that watch brand might see me and be like, oh, fucking hell.